Guys, how are you? Welcome to the video. Today I'm going to talk about solo grass cutting, your scheduling for the day. I covered it before, but I'm going to go over it again in case you guys are interested. Got any questions? Let me know. I'll hit you up with the answer in a comment. So, like I said before in the past, setting up your scheduling, especially with higher gas prices now. I have to shut my window here for a second. Especially with gas prices being a little bit higher, you're going to have to make your route a little bit tighter and not do as much driving just to save on gas. Remember that people, they want to get their lawns cut on Friday, most people. They want it to look good for the weekend. Unfortunately, you can't cut everybody's grass on the same day, such as Friday. You want to try to schedule your work so you get it done Monday through Thursday and have the weekends off, or to do landscaping. You have to figure out your own schedule and decide, what works best for you. A few pointers I could give you is that you want to try to schedule all your work in the same area. You don't want to be driving around and going, "Hey Frank, how are you? Nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by." So you want to schedule your work all in the same area. I'm going to tell you guys a couple pointers that you got to use. Keep them available as options in the back of your head to try to get to where you want to be. And don't let the customers take advantage of you. It's your business. You're working for them to get paid, but also you want to call the shots. Like I said, it's your business, so you want to do the best. You would like to keep all the customers, like I said, in the same area. Another little point I'll give you is use to your advantage. It might not work out during the first 1 or 2 weeks, but use a rain delay to your advantage. So say you cut Mrs. Smith's lawn on Monday, and then you don't show up again till Wednesday the following week because of rain. Also take that and use that to your advantage with Mrs. Smith. So if she says that you showed up and cut it on a Wednesday, she'd rather say, "I'd rather have it cut on Wednesday," she tells you. So tell her that you were behind because of the rain. Use it to your advantage, because everybody nowadays uses excuses for everything, such as items not available for sale or not enough help. So everybody uses the advantage of using, I can't get it done because of the C word, which I can't say. But use that to your advantage, because you know what? Everybody else is using it. So go after those customers. Get them lined up. Keep those customers in the same area. Keep them as tight as could be. And like I said, if for some reason you got to fall a day or two behind because of the rain, use that to your advantage. Try to keep all the people in the same area on the same day. You don't want to drive from here to 5 miles to get to another customer's house, or 15 or 20 minutes to get to another house, because if those customers, they're not happy, you're going to try your best to make them happy, but there's only so much time in a day. You're going to know your route. You're going to know what hours you want to work. If you're solo and just getting started for the first time, I'd recommend you start your day. It depends on how many customers you actually got. I would recommend starting cutting grass, say, at maybe 9:30, especially in the beginning of the season, due to the heavy dew that's going to be on the lawn. It just makes it so much easier for cleanup. And another word of advice: if the lawns are extra wet in the morning or dewy, make sure that you try to keep all the grass and don't drive on the concrete, such as the sidewalks or the driveway, as little as possible, because it's going to make it marks on it for you, and you're going to have to get a broom out. And sometimes you won't have to use the customer's garden hose to try to make it look pretty for them, because you want to present yourself as a professional. So when you leave there, you want to make sure that the property looks better than when you got there. Remember that. You want it to look better than when you got there. That's what they're hiring you for. Another trick of the trade I'm going to tell you. I'm giving you guys a lot of secrets that I shouldn't be saying. I had this question 9 million times asked me by customers. They stop me and say, "Paul, Paul, Paul." They're waving, so I shut my machine off or slow it down. I'll take my headphones off, walk over, and they ask me, isn't the lawn too wet to cut? And you got to be fast, right to your guns, and you say, Mrs. Smith, the lawn isn't too wet to cut today. And she's going to say, oh, I think it is. And you respond back to her and say, Mrs. Smith, if the lawn was too wet, I would know. And you know how I would know? And you got to stop and give her a second to think, or give him a second to think, because they're going to try to outsmart you, whether it's a male or female customer. So they're probably going to say, I don't know. And you say, I'll tell you why I know the lawn is not too wet to cut. It's because my socks aren't wet. That's the first thing I look for. If my socks are wet, it's too wet to cut. So you tell them that. But you also don't tell them that you got on waterproof boots that you're wearing, and you also sprayed them with a anti-wet repellent that they sell in the boot section so your feet won't get wet. So that's another quick one you got to pull out of your arsenal, out of your pocket. Keep all your customers together the best you can. Figure out the time, that you want to work. As the season gets more and more under control and it gets warmer and warmer in the morning, you could start earlier. I would start early as possible when it gets warm. Just be considerate of your neighbors that you're cutting for. You don't want to show up at 7 o'clock in the morning and start cutting. The people are going to get mad at you, the neighbors especially. And if you use your blower, especially if it's a loud blower, they're really going to be mad at you. So I would also recommend too with that, I would start cutting when it gets hotter out earlier in the morning, so that way you get them done faster, so you won't have to put up with the heat of the day as much. Just make sure you keep hydrated. I'll talk about taking a cooler with you. If you take a cooler with you for snacks, it really does save you a lot of money. You could go to the store and you might buy a 12-pack or a 24-pack of pop, whatever you might drink, Gatorades, Powerade, whatever, and put it in that box. Take some ice with you. Get some ice packs. You can reuse them. You can make the ice cubes at home yourself. You save a lot of money. And trust me, you could cut out, depending if you take a lunch or not, but you could cut anywhere from $10 to $20 per day that you aren't spending because you're, taking care of it yourself at home. And so that $10 might be able to last you 3 days, versus spending $10 a day by just buying what you like during the week. What else am I going to think about scheduling? Like I said, you got to remember the first 10 weeks are the hardest. The second 10 weeks are easy. The last 10 weeks, they are a little bit, harder because the leaves coming down. But don't be as scared. Work around your hours. I would recommend a heavy workload at the beginning of the week. So come Wednesday, Thursday, you don't have to cut as hard so you can have the weekend off. I don't know what your schedule is. I don't know if you got another job, if you're just doing this part-time on the side for some extra money. I know myself, I like having off Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I got things to do that I want to take care of, not only at my house, but other stuff that I'd like to get done. Sometimes you help a friend out. Everybody gets together on a Saturday and we maybe put a roof on somebody's house or do some concrete work or whatever might be done. And if you got some friends like that, it really could save you a lot of money. You just got to remember that, if they help you out, you got to go back and help them out another day. So like I said, think about what you want to do schedule-wise, work-wise, how many hours you want to put in. I recommend, maybe 6-7 hours. Take a little break here and there because you're by yourself, so you can control the time and how fast you work. If you do have a helper, a lot of times the helper asks you, how much longer to lunch? Are we done yet? So that's pretty much why I got away from the helpers. But if you got a helper, you can get a lot more work done. But also, you got to train them if they're not trained. And then when you train them, there's a possibility that they might start their own grass cutting business. And if they do, yeah, you want to start having the week, that's for sure. So you don't have to play catch up. Catch up's not fun, but it's going to happen once in a while. But anyways, to go back to your help, help is great to have help when you need it. But a lot of times the help, they're just there to get paid. And like I said, they don't care in other videos if you cut 5 lawns or 20 lawns that day. As long as they get their money, they're happy with it. And you being the solo business owner, you want to try to get as much done. Unfortunately, they don't understand that because it's not their business. Like I said, they don't care what they get done. So try to get as much work as you can done in the middle of the week. If I do have a landscaping job, I schedule it for the weekend. Just a little thing to talk about landscaping jobs. If you got a landscaping job, Either try to get the materials late Friday night from the nursery, because if you show up there first thing Saturday morning, trust me, I've done it many times, there's going to be a line of contractors waiting to get their mulch and whatever plants. There's going to be a lot of do-it-yourselfers on Saturday morning, so if you did it Friday evening on your way home, it might only take you half an hour, but if you do it first thing Saturday morning when the nursery's going to be super busy, it might take you an hour and a half. And don't forget to charge the customers for your time and gas, because everybody else is charging them, because your time is money, and you also got to put fuel in your truck, so you need to figure that price into your estimate for doing landscaping work. So you want to make sure that you got that basis covered, because if you make a couple bucks off the job, you don't count that in, well, that's getting taken off the profits too, so you're just only fooling yourself with that. So I try to schedule, if I got any extra work, on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And if you're really getting a bind with some crappy weather at the beginning of the season, you could possibly push that back to Monday also, and just make your grass cutting week go a little bit longer. So only you know your schedule, and only you know what you want to make and how much you got to make. So as long as you get out there and hustle, do a good job, people will be happy. They'll hire you back and give you references. But remember, you want to make sure the property looks better than when you got there, no matter what you do, because bad news travels fast. And if you're trying to do this for a career and make a living at it, which you can make as much money as you want, and a lot of money too if you want to, but it's all on your shoulders. So if you believe in yourself, I believe in you, go out, get to work, line it up. Don't be scared of getting too much work. It's better to have too much work than not enough work. So, like I said, if you guys got any questions, hit me up. Hey, Pika, thanks for joining. Like I said, that if you guys got any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. I answer them the best I can. There's no secrets in the game. I'm going to help you get to learn how to make money and make good money. Not like I did in the beginning where I made money, but I passed the money around to everybody else, and I didn't make as much money as I should have. But that's my own fault. So I'll tell you all the secrets. There are no secrets. I'll tell you whatever you want to know. I've been doing this for a while, since 1993. Some people love me, some people hate me. And like I tell everybody else, hey, I'm still doing a bad job since 1993. I must have an idea what's going on, because people keep calling me back. So, and it might be because my prices are too low also. So raise your prices accordingly. Make sure you're making money. Because like an old farmer told me one time, if you're not making money at what you're doing, you probably shouldn't be doing it. So everybody, thank you for joining me. Frank, Pika Power, it was nice you guys popped in. I'll see everybody on the next video. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.